Savannah Convention Center is still celebrating a milestone, the $276 million expansion, a jewel here in the hostess city, and it was revealed last month. We invited General Manager Calvin Moore to come in for a conversation, talk to us a little bit about the future plans there. We want to welcome you to WSAV, Calvin.
Thank you for having me.
I want to know right off the bat, what was the moment like when the new convention center expansion was unveiled to the public? It
was freaking phenomenal. You know, the team put in a ton of work getting to that point and working with the state and other officials, and to get to that day and do the media preview tour the day before and open the building with Nike Savannah Showdown. 14,000 high school girl volleyball players and their families. The big eyes, the smiles, just the awe, it was outstanding.
Well, Calvin, who can we compete with now? We know that Nashville, Tennessee and Orlando both have these beautiful convention centers, and we are so proud here in Savannah.
Well, I'll tell you, so the expansion, it doubles our size, right? We go from 330,000 square feet to 660,000 square feet. Convention centers, broadly speaking, are measured by their exhibit hall. So we've doubled the exhibit hall size from 100,000 to 200,000 square feet. We go from roughly 170th in size to the mid-70s. We bypass cities like Richmond and Raleigh and Virginia Beach and so on. And now we're competing with cities like Tampa, like Cincinnati, like Oklahoma City, like Austin, Texas. And while we're not the same size as Nashville, they're at 350,000 square feet, I promise you, Nashville knows about us now because we can compete in that league with them now. And we're pretty excited. We feel very bullish, we're aggressive, and we're feeling good about where we are.
And that's excellent. Certainly great to hear. Of course, the state poured a lot into this new facility. What will people watching right now, our viewers, everyone here in the Savannah region, receive?
Well, so here's the deal. Convention centers, regardless of the city they're constructed in, they're designed primarily for economic impact, to drive economic activity in the community in which they're built. The Savannah Convention Center, historically, the last 5-10 years has yielded about $200 million a year in economic impact. By doubling in size, we double the capacity to drive economic impact. So over the next several years, as we mature into the building, that economic impact number will just only increase and increase more. So they will see more economic activity coming from the operations of the convention center.
Will you have to increase the ferry schedule going across the river because of the many conventions headed to our region?
Yeah, the Chatham Area Transit, they actually operate and manage the ferry system, but our team is in constant communication with them. And they do a pretty good job of adjusting their schedule to meet the needs of the convention center. We've been in contact with them since the expansion, and they have our calendar for the next 90 days and another rolling 90 days. So, and they have 2 new ferries coming online soon. So that's very exciting for everybody locally.
Curious about the big gala coming up. Have you set a date yet?
So no news to make on that yet, but I anticipate in the next week or 2 we're going to be announcing that. It will be springtime. We're doing some final adjustments on that to determine the total capacity. We may be partnering with some other announcements locally to make it a bigger, broader thing, but we haven't set on a date just yet.
I'm also curious, and I think everyone else is curious as well, about the new hotel brand that will be next to the convention center. Any breaking news you want to give us?
So you heard about that project, right?
Yes.
Okay. So no news to break on that today, but I'll tell you, we're still in the pre-development phase for the hotel. It's going to be over 400 rooms. It is phenomenal, but we're still going through the process of doing the design work, determine how many rooms in the financing package. I would anticipate in the next couple of weeks we'll be doing some formal announcements about size, brand, the flag, the number of rooms, and so on. It's going to be a pretty exciting project, just like the expansion was.
Wonderful. Calvin, we appreciate you coming by. Make sure you reach out to WSAV first so that we can get all of this information out for you.
We got you on speed dial. We got you.
Thank you.
All
Thank you so much.
Thank you.